What's going on, guys? I'm Jalens, and today we're at Galaxy Ranch in Albertson, North Carolina, and we're going to be dropping off a special package for them. Let's get to it. What's going on?
How are you?
Good.
All right, nice to meet you. I'm Vanessa. So this is our church. So we rent it from Mr. and Mrs. King. They live in that brick house that you probably passed by.
Okay.
Right here. This is all their land.
Really? Yeah, we were just wondering, like, what was the story behind it? Like, yeah,
so
yeah.
I started coming here about 4 years ago, but they actually started more than 10 years because they've been here for 10 years. We're actually celebrating our 10th anniversary in this church next Saturday.
Really?
The pastor is actually here. So we have one pastor and he has 4 churches that he's in charge of, and he'll rotate every Saturday.
Gotcha.
But he's here with us today. And my dad's the first elder, so he's kind of in charge with the other elders.
Okay.
So we have like meetings once a month to kind of agree on certain things. They started in like a little garage, from what I understand, and there was only like 5 or 6 of them there. And then they just started inviting people, and it just kept growing and growing. And then they rented this place, and this place actually used to be rented out for parties and like getting, getting drunk and everything. Which I didn't know until maybe like 2 months ago. And now our church has been renting it from them for 10 years now. And we have we just added this little piece right here. So if you go in this door, it's a small room, but it's for the youth. This one's for the little kids. Through that other door is the older ones, about age of 10 to 12.
Gotcha.
And then right here is a small little kitchen. And then the main church services on the other side. We start off Monday.
Okay.
And we have a certain Bible verse that goes with the little play/story they have in one section. So there's 5 different groups, 5 different sections. So there's a group of kids, and they're sorted by ages.
Okay.
And each one is in one center. And then they have 15-20 minutes. Once it's time to rotate, you'll see them the groups rotate from one center to a different center. So it all kind of correlates. Like the story goes with the prayer, which also goes with the crafts, and then they also try to correlate like a little snack that kind of goes with the story that we've been learning about.
Bienvenidos a la estación de oración. Bienvenidos, 1, 2, 3. Bienvenidos a la estación de oración.
A ver, miren hacia acá arriba. Hay una sorpresa por la que estoy aquí. Los muchachos aquí llegaron presentes trayendo estas sorpresas. Y estos son los regalos del día sábado que se van a entregar a cada niño. ¿Estoy correcto? A cada niño de la certificación se va a entregar con su mochila. Buen aplauso a los muchachos. Gracias de todo corazón de parte de la iglesia. Algunas palabras que quieran decirle a ellos, porque ellos están haciendo un trabajo excepcional. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
And God bless you families, and I hope you guys keep
¿El cuervo ya se cocinó?
Ahora sí.
Es para la pura foto.
Yo creo que hay que
What's going on, guys? So we just dropped all the book bags, had an amazing time. Started off with us playing kickball. We then had prayer time with the kids. We also was able to do craft. They had a play about Elijah. It was an awesome experience. Really had a great time just connecting with the kids, connecting with the people in the church. It really, you could really feel the love in here. It was really great. I had a really great experience. What's going on, guys? So we're now in the event, and from what I can see, we have well over 200 people here. So I'm just so grateful that I'm even able to do this. How many years is that?
I'll say well over 3.
Well, first off, me and Tyler, my cousin here, we had this idea to do a youth awareness meeting. A little bit after my brother died, this happened late 2020. I really felt it in my soul. I feel like we're in an endless cycle. If you're not an athlete, you turn to the streets. And when you turn to the streets, you got 2 options. It's either death or jail. And unfortunately, death happened to my brother. I lost my brother, and it really did something to me. It really messed with me. But instead of turning that into something negative, I wanted to be a positive role model and show that this doesn't have to be the way. It doesn't have to be the way. My goal is to show to you that there's a different option, that it's okay to be smart. It's okay not to be an athlete. It's okay to be yourself. You can make a difference without, selling drugs, without robbing, stealing, or, bullying. As Tom was saying earlier, you can be that positive role model that everybody needs to see. And that's what this book bag giveaway is for me. Just a way that I can give back, because I was given so much. When I thought I lost everything, when my brother died, and then shortly after, not even a year, I lost my grandfather, and those were the most 2 influential men in my life. And I was working at Mad Board, and I met Mr. Wendell Murphy, and he gave me the chance to go to college. And then a year later, I came back to Mad Board to work for the summer, and I met Mr. Bob Johnson, and I asked him for the internship, and he gave me that opportunity. And fast forward 2 years later, I'm doing cybersecurity for the House of Rayford, and I'm able to give back to the kids in this level. Like I said, this is a real beautiful thing to me. Well over 200 people here, and I'm just so grateful that I'm able to do this. And Taj has actually shared with me a video that surfaced from 3 years ago. And would you like to say what it talked about?
Crazy, man. This happened 2022 February. I think it was February 15th or something like that. We have a friend named Calvin Williams. He hopped on stage. He was giving a speech.
For Black History Month.
Beautiful speech. And in the middle of his speech, he mentioned something I wasn't even aware of. But he mentioned that, Jalen wanted to get back to the community. He wanted to do a boys and a girls club.
We have a student here, Jalen Wallace Mathis. He said he wants to become educated, become an entrepreneur, and give back. He wants a boys and girls club in the local neighborhood he used to live. He said street life has swallowed tons of kids, brainwashing them into believing there's only one path to walk, which unfortunately leads to jail or death. He wants to offer another solution, another way to walk.
There's more to this life than what we can see. You know what I'm saying? What we walk around and what we, see on a daily basis, whether, like he said, sports, whether it be, the streets or whatever that may be. There's more to it, way more to it. And as you can see, looking at him now, there definitely is. You feel me? So, like I said, 3 years in the making, man. It's nothing but God's glory, man. God, this is God, man.
Fast forward 3 years later, we here. And we haven't got the Boys and Girls Club yet. That's one of the missions, but this is a great first start.
We've been talking about this for a while now. Plans, ideas. I've seen his frustration, his hunger every day, plan after plan after plan. Ty, you think this will go? Will this work? Will this work? Sharing our opinions, crossing out everything, and look at us now from an hour later. On the way down, man. I couldn't be more proud of him. We shared the same grandfather, man, and we're just fortunate that his spirit still lives with us every day of our lives, man. And the first question he asked me is, what are you gonna do tomorrow? What's your plans for tomorrow? Or whatever, always thinking a step ahead, man. And you can't get more better than that because he actually cares about everyone he comes across of, and it's a beautiful feeling to have him as family.
I'm just, like I said, man, I'm grateful. Jalens Bless the Block event 2025.
What's going on? I'm Caleb, or DJ for this event, DJ K-Dot. I'm glad my friend Jalen had me come out here and DJ for the community today. It was a real good turnout, I will say that. I didn't expect this many people to come. I knew it was gonna be a big gathering because as much as he was promoting it, but the way that the family showed up and they were excited for their kids and excited to get their backpacks, it was a really good event to put on for the community, and I'm glad that his vision worked out.
So my name is Brandon Kelly. I have the opportunity to be a part of this wonderful ministry, Fish and Loaves. Started planning for it about 2 or 3 years ago. God had just laid it upon my heart and a couple more just to be able to feed the community. Everything that we do is free, so we were able to raise the funds, able to buy this food trailer. It was paid for when we ordered it, and it's an awesome ministry to be able to be a part of. I am grateful that God laid it upon our hearts to do this, and we go to churches, we go to community events, we set up in parking lots. The main goal is not feeding the belly, it's feeding the soul. That's what it's all about, spreading the gospel of Jesus, and that's what we want people to know. That's what we're all about, is spreading the seed of the gospel so that people can know Jesus as their personal Savior.
Buenos dias. Muy bien. My name is Tom. I work at the House of Rayford. I work in the ministry side of the House of Rayford called Flock. We're a faith-based ministry. It's an acronym for Faithful Love Offering for Christ's Kingdom. But over the last 6 or 7 years, the House of Rayford has poured in $2 million to Duplin County schools. We are the biggest contributor to Duplin County schools in this county. I want to tell you a story real quick, how this all came about. But a young man came to me about 5 months ago and said that God had given him a vision about pouring back into his community. And he said, I'm going to do it. He said, I'd love for somebody to help me. He said, but I'm going to do it whether you do or not. And we sat down. You see, this young man and I have connections that he wasn't aware of. I first met him when he was about that big. And he didn't remember that, but I knew him because I knew his granddaddy. And I told him something that he didn't know. His granddaddy, for those of y'all over in Teachie, Cornwallis way, the Wallace family used to sing back in the 70s and the 80s. Nathaniel, all of them, Liddell, all of them. They had a group. They were like the Commodores of Cornwallis. And I told Jalen this, and it kind of blew his mind. We started a connection and a relationship off that story, and we started casting vision. This young man that had this vision, he said, Mr. Tom, he said, I'm going to put some money in it of my own. We're going to come over here to the apartment. We're going to cut some hair, and I want to encourage kids. Let me tell you what happened to this young man just in the last week. Just in the last week, a Hispanic church hit him up and said, we having Vacation Bible School, we can't come today. Is there any way that you can pour into my kids? This brother went out and bought 42 more book bags of his own money and school supplies, and him and John went and delivered them to that church, and he said it was one of the most moving experiences he'd ever had in his life. That's right, give that some praise. But he wants to talk to you about some circumstances that have happened in his life. And how the word says, broad is the way to destruction and many go therein, but narrow is the way to life and few choose it. He wants to talk to you young kids about choosing the narrow road. Jalen went to the early college up at James Sprung. So he got 2 years of education ahead of time. When he got through with his associate degree at the early college, he went to waiting tables at the Mad Boar. One day he's waiting tables at the Mad Boar, and a gentleman by the name of Wendell Murphy, I don't know if you ever heard of that guy or not, but Wendell Murphy has got a lot of money and a lot of influence. And Jalen was waiting on Mr. Murphy and his family, and Mr. Murphy said, Jalen, what are you going to do with your life? You want to go to college? And Jalen said, well, I'd love to go to college, but I can't afford it. He said, how about NC State? Jalen says, I can't get into NC State. I can't afford that. Mr. Murphy looked at him and said, you meet me here next Tuesday and have a good shirt on. We going to Raleigh. Mr. Wendell Murphy took Jalen up to Raleigh and gave him the tour. All around campus, met all the chancellor, met all the football coaches, met the basketball coaches. He turned that application in, and within a week, he got his acceptance letter to NC State. Now, I want you to hear something. It gets better. He goes up there 2 years in the IT, in the cybersecurity. He had 2 years to graduate. He goes through and gets his degree at NC State, and guess what? He didn't have no job. So when you don't have no job, what do? You come back home and you live with your mama or your grandma. That's exactly what he did. So Jalen comes home and guess what? He goes right back to the Mad Boar. And he's waiting tables one night at the Mad Boar, and he walks up to a table, and at the table is a man by the name of Bob Johnson and his family. Bob Johnson happens to own the House of Rayford, who has come alongside him today to make this day possible. He asked Jalen, said, what are you doing with your life? What is your plans? Well, I got my degree in cybersecurity, but I can't find no job. Bob said, you be at the office Monday morning and we gonna hire you. Now, you cannot make that stuff up. Only God can order those steps. Only God can do that. Fast forward, a young man that I met when he was 2 years old, 20 years later, comes knocking on my door and said, Mr. Tom, I got a vision. I want to give back to the community. Can you help me? Glory to God, hallelujah. You give God the praise, but you can give him the credit. You see him working the crowd, you see him loving on people. What you don't know is this 21-year-old put over $3,000 of his personal money in this event today.
Ah, man. Ah, man, this is crazy. I'm a little nervous, but first off, I want to start out with just saying thank y'all for coming out here, helping me make this possible. Thank you, Mr. Tom, for helping me get this vision out here. I'm sorry, I just feel with a lot of emotion, but
my name is Larry Barber. I'm a barber at Faith Factor, located in Jacksonville, North Carolina. It was really good, you know, seeing like a lot of families come out, smiles on the face, like winning stuff, like gift cards, free food, getting supplies for school. I probably cut like 15 kids. You know, that's a lot of money they could have saved on. It feels good helping them out, you know. Yeah, I think it was a great impact on the community. Really love what Jalen did out here, House of Rayford. You know, a lot of these kids, they don't have all the money in the world to get all supplies or even like a haircut. And what he's doing is really like helping them out, supporting them.
our special guest, Mr. Bob Johnson.
Hey, it's good to be here at the Jalens Bless the Block event. I'm with House of Rayford and more than happy and joyed that to be able to sponsor Jalen's event and help him with the backpacks for back to school. The weather's gorgeous. We were a little worried about the weather, but it couldn't be a nicer day, and the number of people that have shown up here, at least 200 or 300 out here. So we're just excited and glad to be able to be a part of this. Jalen used to wait tables at the Mad Moore down in Wallace, and we would go out to eat there, and we would always request Jalen to wait on us because he did such a good job, and was such a pleasure to talk to. And we struck up a conversation about school and him going to NC State, and
yes, sir. NC State.
And then we got to talking about him coming to work for us in our IT department, and that's where he is now. And we're just happy that he's part of House of AREAA. He's just a great guy and does a great job. And Jalen, we're just very proud of you for what you're doing here at the Jalen Blessed Block Party.
Yes, sir. And then I also just want to say a special, really thank you, Mr. Bob, for even giving me the opportunity. He really changed my life, and I'm hopefully with this event, I'm able to touch a whole bunch of other families, and that's the goal, just giving back. And I appreciate you from investing in me, and now it's my turn to invest in others. Yeah. So.
You never can outgive God and do enough to give back, and what you're doing here is just incredible, and proud to have you a part of House of AREAA.
Part of it. Thank you, Mr. Bob.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name's Sinai. I'm a barber. I work at Taz Barbershop in Wilmington, and I also cut hair in Clinton every now and then. I am grateful to be part of this event. It was such a beautiful event. A lot of kids. I was not expecting as many people as I did, and you know, just helping out everybody out, and all the families that, you know, for a haircut. You know, some people, it's kind of hard out here, so it was grateful. You know, it was a good thing for us to be able to like participate in this event.
Hey y'all, this is Rashay Wicks. I was actually Jalen's 8th grade science teacher. So I've seen him come so far from being a young boy to this man now who's just giving back to his community. We're out here and it's amazing just kind of seeing everybody here just having fun and giving back. Got haircuts going on, book bags given out. Just something positive for the youth, especially in Duplin County. That's what we really need. We need positivity for these kids to come out, kind of see, you know, good things happen in the community, get good role models and everything. So, man, anytime that you can support this young brother, I tell you to go ahead and support. He's doing amazing things in his community. And this has been a wonderful event. They've given out over 200 book bags and everything. So we are definitely proud of Jalen right now, Duplin County strong. And we just thank him for everything he's given back to the community.
My name is Eddie Gomez. I live in Rocky Point, North Carolina, and work at Topsail Barbershop in Hampstead, North Carolina. Outstanding today. Good amount of people showed up, took me by surprise. Kids, all of them were super friendly, super positive. You know, I try to uplift them. You know, I asked them if they were ready to go back to school. Some said yeah, some said no, but you know, that's how they are. I would motivate them to continue studying. They all told me about what they wanted to do in the future and what they wanted to accomplish. And, you know, it just motivated them to like keep pushing forward, and one day they'll be able to do something like what Jalen did today.
Hi, I'm Sierra. I've been cutting for 13 years. The event was excellent. I love giving back, so this was a great way to come back home and show love to the kids. Bouncy houses, the giveaways, the free food, everything was nice. The event was lovely. Jalen did his big one. See y'all next time.
All right, man. Hey, this is Tom Teacher with House of AREAA for Farms Flock. We're just wrapping up Jalen's Bless the Block back to school book bag giveaway out here at Jimmy Jerome Park. And man, when I say it was fire, it was fire. 250 plus book bags, 400 pork chop sandwiches. They've been cutting hair since 10 o'clock. They still ain't finished. We still got kids waiting. It was a blessing to a lot of people leaving with book bags and school supplies. They got fed spiritually, they got fed physically. We got to hug on people. And I'm gonna tell you what, Jalen Wallace Mathis is to be commended for casting this vision. He came to me 5 months ago and said, Mr. Tom, I got a vision. Can you help me? And I said, once I saw the vision, I said, we going bigger. We're going bigger than even what you planned. But that young man at 21 years of age, he's got an amazing story and testimony. But that cat wrote a check for a lot of money out of his own account to buy these book bags and supplies. We came in and supplemented the rest, DJs, barbers, videographers, you name it. It's been happening out here. Next year, going big or go home. We going even bigger and better. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Fishes and Loaves out here from Poston Church. They came out here and fed the people. I'm telling you, they were incredible. We have 4 amazing barbers out here. John on the video. We got Caleb rocking the tunes. I'm telling you, man, it was fire. Fire. I'm an old guy. I can still say that. It was fire. Next year, be even bigger. Stay tuned. We'll stay in touch. You'll see some recap coming out on this video. Check us out on all your social media and share the good word of Flock, House of Rayford, and Jalen Wallace Mathis. You see that young man out there in public somewhere? Give that dude a hug. Let him know, man, there is a better way. Choosing that road less traveled. Not the broad road to destruction, but that road less traveled. He encouraged young people today to make the right choices. God bless you. We'll see you on down the road. Bye-bye.